I know some of you are wondering how to save on your electric bill. And I have a few tips here for you as an electrician of almost 9 years with over 9,000 hours of experience. I really hope these tips help just, conserve a few extra dollars in your pocket. And you might be able to, squeeze in an extra dinner or two or a vacation or two a year. Who knows? It just really depends on how well you put these to use and how much money it does save you. The first and the biggest tip is, really cutting down on cooling costs. If you have a really dark roof on your house, that is a really major attractor of heat, and that heat transfers to inside your house, which directly transfers to, your cooling units, whether it's central AC that you have or window cooling units or whatever. This causes them to have to work a lot harder, therefore use a lot more power and up your power bill there. So if there's any way, if you have a dark roof on your house and you can install a light roof somehow, if you have a gravel roof, you're probably pretty safe, because gravel roofs, from what I've seen, are naturally just light in color, but you don't want anything like a black, especially, or dark brown. If you have any of that stuff, and you're anywhere near the point in time where you need a new roof on your house anyways, when you go to replace that, make sure you install light colored, light orange. I don't think there's orange, but light blue, light green, maybe even yellow. Just anything that's really as light colored as possible. So enough on that. Number two, there's a bit of a real loophole here that most people don't know about, is especially if you're living in a warmer climate, or where it's where I live, for a good, throughout the summertime it gets quite warm, up in the high 30s and low 40s for usually a good 6 to 8 weeks at a time. This uses a lot of water for lawn and garden. If you get an irrigation meter installed, what that does is it calculates the difference of the water coming into your house as compared to what's actually being pumped out of your house back out to the sewer or wherever it goes. And this actually does make it this actually makes a difference in how much you pay the electric company because of that water being pumped in and pumped out of your house. They automatically assume it's the same amount. A lot of times it's not. It's one of those loopholes that you can use to your advantage. And one extra little reminder is, before you go to bed at night, always make sure, especially with your stove, that it is 100% shut off. But just double check. Get in the habit of double checking all your appliances and components. And one thing that a lot of people do overlook is setting your water heater. Make sure, just go double check it, to make sure it's set at 120 degrees, because if it's set any higher than that, from the amount of power it uses when it's regulating and keeping that temperature at that point instead of at a higher point, if you're trying to regulate and keep it at a higher point, you're wasting energy. And last but not least, if you use reusable air conditioner and furnace filters, that will definitely help save some cost too, not only by never having to replace them and just washing them, but the cleaner you can keep them, the easier your furnace and air conditionings work. And when they don't have to work hard, they don't use nearly as much power. So I hope some of these tips are helpful to you, and I hope that keeps a few extra dollars in your pocket. And it's all about cost savings. Any way that I can help, that's what I'm here for. Just take care and do the best you can with what I'm giving you. Talk to you later.